Hi everyone, it is September 27th and Hurricane Helene has actually landed a little while ago, but we've been getting the storm for hours. It looks like part of Tampa is underwater. Um, and Tallahassee, of course, has been hit devastatingly. Um, anyway, I've come to realize that I need to change the name of my pages and my YouTube channel to something about food addiction because this is really not about juicing. Juicing is just a juice fast. This is just the first step to try and combat the food addiction and get excess weight off and get me on the right track, get rid of the cravings and develop new behaviors. And really hyper nourish my body and get stop all the processed crap. But I'm starting to realize that my focus is a little out of um, sorts. In reality, it needs to be a long-term win because it's been a long battle. Anyway, um, having a little bit of pain in my hip again. It actually started to go away for quite a few days, and that was really nice. But it's back now, and I broke my fast again. But, and there is no but. You're not supposed to eat solid food, period. But what I broke my fast with was the stuff that I'm juicing: cucumbers and pineapple. That's what I broke my fast with. I was I was up during the night. Uh, I woke up I woke up when I should be going to bed around 11:30 and 2:15 in the morning. I mean, I was ravenous and I didn't want to. I only had 2 jars left of juice, and I really wanted to have them for the day because I've been tired and I didn't want to juice, make more juice. I wanted to just be able to have those 2 jars at least to get me through part of the day so I could um till I had the energy to make more juice. And I was just hungry. And so I took I had a bunch of cucumbers that the screen isn't big enough. They were just shy of 2 feet long each of organic cucumbers. And I can't say it without laughing because my husband was tormenting me with these cucumbers when I was loading them into the cart, making all kinds of innuendos that I cannot mention because I don't because I'm this is gonna be on YouTube. But anyway, these were ridiculous looking and they were equal to about 4 good sized normal cucumbers. So at 2:15 in the morning, my husband and I are both up. He's getting whatever he's getting to eat, leftover Chinese food, and I'm desperate now and I'm grabbing this big cucumber and just sitting in the living room and eating it. Um, and then to make matters worse, I went and got another one. And it's not because I'm in love with cucumbers. I just really wanted to fill up because I was afraid of binging. And anytime I backslide with a piece of pineapple or in this case, cucumbers, um, it's not okay. It's still breaking the fast and it's still not doing what I set out to do. But then it's also not pizza, it's not pasta, it's not some processed instant crap that you can stick in the microwave for a minute. It's not canned spaghetti. It's a cucumber. So I don't feel that guilty. Um, I wish that I did better, and I wish I hadn't had a backslide, but my choice could have been way worse because we have stuff in the house that easily I could have eaten and enjoyed differently. I'm not going to say more, but I'm going to say differently because it would have been 5 minutes of pleasure and sheer misery the rest of the day. It would have just made me feel emotionally deeply depressed and like a failure. And so I don't feel too bad. But then I broke the fast again because I ran out of juice. I had my two juices and I waited and waited because I was just tired. And I was working, and we have the hurricane, and there was just a lot of stuff. So I got so hungry that it was like I didn't even have the energy to make juice, and I was just ravenous. And again, it was either eat what I got to juice or completely go off the rails. So I had another cucumber, so that would be like 6 feet of cucumbers today. That's so ridiculous. And but this time I chopped it up like you would put in a salad, and but it wasn't a salad. It was cucumbers, and then I cut up an entire pineapple. And no, I didn't eat the whole pineapple. I also didn't finish the cucumber, but I did fill the bowl with all of it and just ate until I couldn't eat anymore. And that was about half of a bowl, and the rest went into juicing. And happily, I did make the rest of my juice. I finished off the last of the carrots from the 25-pound bag. They still stayed good. I finished the last of the celery, the last of the cucumbers, and the last of all the pineapples. And I was able to make 2 days of juice from that. Four green, four pineapple, carrot. So the win is that I didn't go off the rails and I made my juice. So I have at least for 2 days, and hopefully we don't lose power. That was a little scary tonight because as I was standing there cutting up the fruit and the vegetables, the lights kept going on and off and on and off and on and off, and we were so close to losing power, and it just got lucky that I was able to make all that juice and we did not lose power. So it's kind of a success, I guess. Anyway, I'm not gonna make this terribly long. Um, I'm looking at recipes and I'm trying to gear up for the long term, and I am having some conflicting thoughts because old habits and old addictions and just wanting to have what I want is still controlling me a lot of the time, but um, I've had a few really good days where it was pretty easy, and then I have some moments where it's not great. It's really a struggle. Today was a real struggle. The hurricane was an excuse, potentially. Um, the reality is I don't need a hurricane to make an excuse. I could think of at least 5 excuses a day, if not more. But the hurricane and whatever, what have you, I could have made excuses and I could have gone off the rails. So I'm somewhat pleased. I'm going to continue with the juicing and have as many days without any solid food as I can. And I'm hoping that in time I'll have more and more days without food and just juice and water and get this right and just keep going for as long as I possibly can go until I make the predestined, pre planned transition back to food and the type of food that I'll be eating. So, um, if you could like and subscribe, God, I hate to ask that. It always kind of annoys me to ask for it. When I see YouTubers ask for it, it's like a given. But anyway, it would help my channel. And if you could like my page on Facebook, that would be great. And if you don't like these videos, give me a dislike. It's still gonna help me circulate in the algorithm. So, and those of you that have been supporting me, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if you're in line of this hurricane, whatever state, um, I wish you safety. Have a good night.